Hello and welcome to the John Ark Show. Today's episode is called Divorce Horror Stories Part 1. Before we begin, I want to encourage you to subscribe to our channel for free. You can also like, comment, and follow us. We're going to have a lot of great celebrity interviews coming up, so make sure to click on that notification button so you can be uploaded every time we add a new episode. Now, let's get started. So we recently put out the word that we wanted to hear about people's divorce horror stories, their divorce problems, their divorce cases, their alimony problems, etc. And we thought we'd hear some interesting things. But we were shocked at what we ended up hearing. People told us about their divorce cases and problems, and it was like something out of a never-ending horror movie. In fact, some of the things we heard were worse than any horror movie I've ever seen or heard about. So we decided to tell some of these stories, but we've concealed the identities of the people revealing those stories by just disclosing their first names. So pull the shades down, bolt the door, and get ready because some of the stories are completely insane. The first story is from Michael in New York. Michael says that he got caught cheating on his wife and that she filed for divorce. He says that he's an electrician and that when they filed for divorce, he really didn't have the money to move out, and neither did she, so they were forced to live together throughout the divorce case. For financial reasons, they had to continue living under the same roof, and he said that his wife hated him so much that she started dating other men during the divorce and inviting her new boyfriends with a plural, over to their house. He said that when some of them came to the house and saw her ex-husband sitting on the sofa, actually technically still her husband, that they immediately turned and bolted and ran out the door. But a few of them were coaxed by her to stay. She would immediately take them to her room for what sounded like deliberately loud lovemaking. Whenever she did this, the husband would break out his smartphone and start standing outside of her closed bedroom door, and he would record everything for the judge to hear and see that he was being exposed to and that the children were being forced to endure. When he played these videos for the judge lost all sympathy for her and started to side with him and the kids. From that point forward, it was like the tide had turned and was now moving in Michael's favor. When the divorce was finalized, Michael said he thought it was a fair decision for both of them. So there you go, some ingenuity on display there. But he says that he thinks if it wasn't for the videos he made, the female judge would have crucified him. After seeing a couple of these videos, the judge started treating her differently, and that's what resulted in a much fairer decision. The next divorce story is from Nancy in Chicago. Nancy says that she married a guy that she knew was a gang member. She said that she told him that she wouldn't marry him unless he left the gang, which he, of course, promised to do. One day, about 6 months after they married, he brought home a lot of money in a large bag, and she knew this must have come from a new drug deal. She told him to get it out of the house or she'd leave him. A week later, their house got shot up by a rival gang. So she packs up and leaves and files for divorce. Now, of course, he goes crazy with death threats against her and her family. She gets a restraining order, but in Chicago, that's meaningless. So she moves out of her mother's house and moves into a female friend's house where she hides out. It takes him a couple of months to find her, but eventually he does, and he starts terrorizing her again. So the police catch him, they put him in jail, and the divorce continues. During one of the divorce hearings, it got so bad that the bailiffs in the courtroom had to restrain him and send him back to jail. Nancy says that this lasted for almost 2 years until the divorce was finalized. Could you imagine 2 years of this? Eventually, the divorce was finalized. He was let out of jail, but she's still very afraid of him and doesn't ever think about dating. These are some incredible stories, and we will bring you more of them from time to time. Thank you for watching. I want to encourage you to subscribe to our channel for free. You can also like, comment, and follow us. We're going to have a lot of great celebrity interviews coming up, so make sure to click on the notification bell so you can be notified every time we upload a new episode. Thank you, and we shall see you soon. Goodbye.